We'll look at Junction Mine. This is the Brown Shaft. It's named after Sylvester Brown, a director of the Junction Mine, and commenced in 1886. The wooden head frame, which is this particular, it's the oldest remaining at Broken Hill, was erected in the 1890s, has been modified several times. In 1897, the head frame was connected by a bridge to the ore bin above a concentration mill. The masonry foundations, which survived nearby, steam winding and pumping machinery completed the plant, with boilers receiving water from the tanks. That's the water tanks that will, supply the water to the boilers. In 1911, the mill was remodeled, an electric power plant added, and the head frame increased in height. The winding and crushing plant, offices, compressor house, and change house were erected between 1916 and 1920. 1940, the Brown Shaft was overhauled and the head frame again modified. Electric winder was installed. About 1962, landing brace and ore bin from the British mine were put here. Typical 3-compartment shaft. 1963, a 4-kilometre tunnel was driven from number 7 shaft at South Mine to connect with the bottom of Brown Shaft at 451 metre level. (1,520 feet). That's a long way down. That's what they've put the ore in. I can smell sulphur, very much distinct sulphur. Look at the view you get of Broken Hill. You can see the shaft, the wheels which brought the iron ore, the buckets up and bring them back down again, the winding bed, the shed here. This is the North Mine, which was first pegged in 1883 and it ceased operation in 1993. So this is what it used to be like in 1901 and then around 1940. In 1990. This jagged black outcrop is a weathered surface expression or gusset of the Broken Hill ore body. At the time of discovery, the gusset cropped out over a length of 2.5 kilometers and formed the capping of the Broken Hill. That's why it's called Broken Hill. The hills were two broken hills, just looked like they were broken. Hence the name Broken Hill, because it was two hills literally looked like they've been broken in half. And giving no hint of the fabulous wealth underneath, and this is what the early prospectors and miners encountered and referred to the hill of Moloch. The gusset cap of the massive ore body contained mainly magnesium oxides, iron oxides and quartz, and averaged about 10 to 15% lead, but silver content was not spectacular. It took 12 months before rich silver values was discovered, about 30 meters below the surface. Most of the gypsum has now been removed by mining, giving enormous significance to this outcrop. Lead and zinc and sulfur with small amounts of lead were just compacted here over millions of years of oxidization and all that. So this is why, this is all a result of geological activity, and you can see how dark this rocky outcrop is. Dark. It's actually blue in places. It's just incredible colour. It's a very, very incredible colour. I can imagine what it was like 2.5 kilometres of this, and all that's left is this bit. This is it. This original left of what was left. Oh, this is all that is left of that original outcrop. You can still see mining activity happening over there. That no longer is operational. That's been non-operational since 1993. Look at the scale of the project. The mining activity this was the outcrop, and now it's just been gone, mate, gone. You can see the quarrying that's been happening all for miles on end. This was the source of Australia's wealth for a long, long time. Not just on the sheep's back, but also mining. But mining also has given us the society we have today, the civilization we've had today. This is not a new thing. This is not a 19th century industrial revolutionary thing. Mining has been happening since the beginning of human history, from ochre, getting ochre for the Aboriginals and other indigenous communities used to get flint. They would mine certain areas to get flint, and there would be mining that's been part of human culture, part of human activity for thousands of years, from the Paleolithic, which is the old Stone Age, and the Neolithic, which is the new Stone Age. The only difference is the technologies that have been used in mining. Now, they went from using deer antlers or rocks or whatever, stone, to using computerized. A lot of mines in the Pilbara are now got computerized operations. So mining is nothing new. But the paradox of civilization is that there is what you call the cost benefits. The cost of mining and the benefits of mining. The benefits have been absolutely enormous. I am making this video as a result of mining. The camera, the equipment, the selfie stick I'm holding onto, my hearing aids which I hear, the glasses, everything that I'm wearing is a result of mining. But the cost is the landscape gets scarred. It gets changed forever. It doesn't stay the same. It leaves an impact on the landscape. The bigger the operation, the bigger the impact it is. Now, that is what all human activity, doesn't matter what it is. You can be a hunter-gatherer and you'll be out in the middle of nowhere, out in the bush, in the scrub there. You can kill a kangaroo. You can skin that kangaroo, but then you get the wood, the timber, you go and get the wood, build your fire, and you build, but you still leave a mark, a footprint. You took a life of a kangaroo. You go and hunt you go and dig up the yams and all those bush tucker food that they get. There's still an impact. So that way, if you settle in one place too long, you can out hunt the area, So everything we do leaves a mark on the landscape. Yeah, the breeze is blowing my hat. But even now, I am breathing in some. The wind's coming from the mine there. I can actually breathe and I can smell sulfur. So there's a cost and benefits everything we do. But remember this: the only difference is the technology used. We can now scoop out open cut mines now. We can just literally just remove millions of tons of earth. We can just get dynamite, explosives, and just blow the whole blooming wall up. They couldn't do that in way back before the 18th century, really. 18th up to the 19th century. It's all hand, all by hand. Everything was done by hand. Till the 19th century, in modern industrialization came in, and then everything mechanical. Then we had this. All this was industrial, even in this late 18th century. So it's just simply the technologies have changed, and then we can do more than what that could be done before, and thus the greater impact it has in a shorter amount of time. This is just another view of the mine. That's the Junction mine there.